All right, couple more minutes till 5:30. We'll let the rest of the people jump on in.
I hope everyone has
Hi,
their
Michelle.
drink of choice in hand.
Welcome, Michelle.
This is happy half hour.
It is happy half hour.
Hi, Michelle. So Pat, are you a guest of somebody?
Yes, she is.
And it looks like David, I think those are your initials, DJS, David and Debbie?
I don't know.
Am I right? DJS?
Can you hear my dogs barking? No, we cannot.
Who said that?
We cannot hear you
Sharon.
guys.
Yeah, you can make as much noise as you can.
Oh, a 30-pound backpack. I remember you saying that, Barb, that you were going to be training with that.
Nice.
So Barb weighs about 100 pounds, maybe. So that's pretty impressive.
That is very good.
I'm impressed. You weigh 125? No way.
Okay, Anne says Pat is her sister.
Oh, hi,
Welcome,
Pat.
Pat. Thank you for joining us.
This is all about giving value and having fun, right? Getting to know each other, see what you guys are up to.
Absolutely.
This is fun.
All right, ladies, it's 5:30. It's time to get the show on the road.
Let's do it. Okay.
So I'll start. You guys all know me. I'm Kelly. I'm the marketing director. I don't look very marketing director-like today because I'm packing up my house to move out for 3 or 4 months for a remodel. And I'm moving out this weekend. So I spent the day packing. It's not fun. So my drink of choice tonight is good old-fashioned water because I got to hydrate from all the sweating I've been doing all day.
What
So
a way
that's
to get
my
out of
drink.
cooking for Thanksgiving, Cal. You planned it well.
No, I'm still cooking. Are you kidding? I'm making a turkey too.
Oh my God.
I know I'm still cooking. I'm just not having it at my house this year. Normally I have about 30, 35 people over. So,
Okay. Well,
and no,
let's-
Cristina, you're not drinking. What's everybody drinking? Let us know. Put it in the
Let us
chat.
know.
I'm drinking Sky juice.
Sky juice. What's that?
Yeah, so it's water. I went into a bar one time about 10, 15 years ago, and I said, I'd like some Sky juice. It was water, okay? And the guy says, I gotcha. And he comes back with a glass of, it appeared to be water, and it was Sky vodka. I took a big old sip, and it's like, whoa. So.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
Hi, Linda. Nice of you to join us.
Yeah. Hi, Linda. Okay. So guess what, guys? Guess what today is? Anybody know what special day today is? Did I freeze? No?
No.
Okay. So today is, and this will be right up Barb's alley. Today is Go for a Ride Day.
Yes.
And it encourages people to get out and hop on your bike, get in your car, simply put on your walking boots and just go out for a ride. And it was kind of interesting because, especially this time of year, the weather's so beautiful in Phoenix, it's a perfect time to be outside. But it started as early as 1904, Go for a Ride Day. And it was in celebration of cars, but also any mode of transportation that people were into. And so in 1904, a man named Matthias, and I can't say his last name, Fatscher, who was from Philadelphia, was the first American to patent the pioneer direct electricity and interpool motor.
Interesting.
So anyway, that's kind of how this day got started. So if you have time tonight, go out and get a little bit of fresh air.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
We cannot complain.
Right.
Nope.
Oh, wait, somebody's drinking peach tea. All right, that's good. Sharon's drinking peach tea. Anybody
Debbie
actually
has some
drinking
wine.
tonight?
Yes, Dave is drinking Imperial Beer, IPA, Dave, and Pam
Ooh.
is drinking Syrah.
Nice.
The
Both
red.
good
Nice.
choices.
Got the red going.
When was President Kennedy shot?
I knew that one.
When? Today.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Barbara.
Yep, that's
Ah.
also today.
Yeah, okay.
1963, I
cab.
think. Yep.
1963. Hi, Vid. Hi,
Cool.
Vid.
Oh, hey, Vid joined us. Hi,
Hi,
Vid.
Vid.
All right,
List is
so-
getting long.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We got a lot of
Awesome.
people. We have a lot of people really interested in our topic today, which is exciting. And so the topic that we're going to be talking about is the key retirement account ages and the rules for each. So I'll go ahead and let you guys jump in and start talking about that. During the time while we're bantering here a little bit too, if any of you are new and you haven't joined us for Happy Half Hour before, please go to our info@moneywiseaz.com and drop us a line. Let us know a little bit about you and tell us what your favorite drink is, or just give us a little bit of information about you so we can get to know you. And that enters you into our drawing, because every Happy Half Hour, we do a drawing for 2 bottles of wine as our wine winner. So if you've done this before and you've already submitted a question to us, you don't really have to do that today. If you're on, you're eligible. But if you're new to our group, if you could do that so we could get you eligible or entered into the drawing, that would be great. So do that, please, before the end of the Happy Half Hour at 6. Again, that is info@moneywiseaz.com. All right, I'll let Nancy and Christina take it away. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Thank you, Kel. So let me start off by asking, if someone just type in the chat, what was your most memorable turning point age-wise in your life? Share with us the most memorable age that you turned that just brings back wonderful memories.
The day I met you, Christina.
Oh, you're so sweet.
It's true. That was one of them.
What age? 40. Ah. What else? What's a memorable age for you all? Highlight in your life.
Come on, peeps.
21, 64. All right, I like that one.
Linda,
60.
64.
30 freaked me out.
Linda, happy birthday last week. Just kidding. I called Linda, one of our clients, and said happy birthday to her. And she says, it's not my birthday. So memorable 50.
I remember, someone said, I remember thinking 40 would be so old, and now it's like so young. 50, didn't feel a day older than 40. Awesome. 66 when I retired. That's great. Well, in our life, we have milestone years that just trigger memories for us and just special times. For some people, it's, every day, right? For me, it's every day. But in our financial lives, there's age milestones that really trigger certain advantages that we can really leverage when we can take money and what we can do. So I'm going to cover 4 of the key milestones in our financial lives that may pertain to you, but certainly, the intention of these educational happy half hours is not only if it affects you, but people that you may know if you're still working or retired. These are very important to share with other people. So let's talk about the first one. And the key distinction of these 4 is that 2 of them are going to be have to be triggered on your the exact day of the age, and the others pertain to within that year. So the first triggering age is 55. And that might seem a little odd or unique. What would 55 have to do with a special triggering point? So what this has to pertain to is people who may think that I would like to retire early, or they say I need to leave the workforce for whatever reason that may have come up. They can no longer work. So the key distinction with this, it's called the 55 exception. Okay, and it pertains to your workplace plans. So what's that? Your 401ks, your TSPs, any type of plan that you're participating in at work. So how it works is that if someone was wanting to retire, let's say, or they were just going to take a hiatus for a while. Well, in order to access those dollars in your workforce plan and not be subject to a 10% early withdrawal penalty, the rule states that you would have to have left that employer in the year you turn 55. So that's the first exception, or the distinction, I should say, is that it's within that year. So let's just say your intention is to leave your current job for whatever reason, and you have money sitting in your 401k, and you want to leave in March, but you don't turn 55 until August. As long as you left the employer, you terminated your employment, and you were turning 55 at some point in that year, you can take money out of that plan and you won't be subject to the 10% early withdrawal penalty. And that is huge. And we find that a lot of people, A, either don't know that, or two, they do it incorrectly. So there's two caveats you really need to be aware of, or if you know someone in this situation, they need to be aware of. So what you cannot do is, if you're 54, let's say, and you said, well, I'm going to leave work now, and then I'm going to leave my money in the plan, and when I turn 55, then I'm going to take it out. Can't do that. Big mistake. You have to separate from employment at least age 55 or older. Okay. The other mistake we see people make is that they take the money out of their plan at 55 or 56 or 57, and they roll it into an IRA. And they were told that, well, you're retired, so you can roll it into your IRA, and then you can start taking distributions from that. And they do that. And now, lo and behold, they're subject to a 10% penalty, because the fund, your money has to stay in the plan. You cannot take it out and roll it into an IRA. Money has to stay in the plan. So that's the first one, 55. Anytime in that year you turn that age, you leave the money in the plan, you can access it. It's still taxable, but you escape the 10% penalty. And this is an IRS exception. So no specific company can alter that or not offer it. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. The next key date is 59 and a half. And most people are familiar with this. And this pertains to either money in your employer plan or in your IRAs. Okay. Now, this particular triggering age, you have to hit that specific age. Okay, so remember the first one, 55, anytime during that year. 59 and a half, you have to trigger that specific date. So you take someone's 59, 6 months from then, they can now access money in their retirement accounts penalty free. Okay. Once you hit that specific day. Okay. So if you're turning in January, you wait till June and you're good to go. Okay. Can't be, 5 months later. It has to be exactly on that day. Next one is 70 and a half. And this used to be well known for your beginning date of when you are mandated to take required minimum distributions. However, that no longer applies. There's a new date that I'll cover. But what 70 and a half still is applicable to is what we spoke about in another happy half hour called QCDs, qualified charitable distributions. This rule states that if you want to have the ability to take money from your retirement account, your IRA, and gift it directly to a charity and satisfy your required distribution and not be subject to taxes on that money, you have to be exactly 70 and a half. It's not in the year you turn 70 and a half. It's exactly 70 and a half or older, okay? And this is only available through your IRAs. So if you're 70 and a half or older, you have money sitting in a former 401k plan, you can't do it, has to be in an IRA, okay? The fourth triggering date is age 72. This is the new required beginning date for individuals who have not started taking their mandatory distributions. Okay, so they bumped it up now a few more years. Like the age 55 exception, you start your mandatory distribution in the year you turn 72. So it's not that specific date. So a lot of people get tripped up on this because let's just say it's early in the year and you're not turning 72 till later, and people think that I have to wait until 72 to take that required minimum distribution, but they like to take, you know, it earlier in the year. You can, as long as you're turning 72 any point in that year, you're eligible to take that minimum distribution, get it out of the way so you don't forget about it, okay? So these are very important and specific key retirement, or I should age, triggering dates that you need to be aware of for individuals who may fall into these different categories. So we look at it as your milestone dates that have allowed people. What we really love is the 55 and the 59 and a half, because it gives people options, especially if they're still working, to do some things that they may not otherwise have the ability to do within their plans at work. 55, we've ran into several people that said, you know, I'm going to retire. I'm going to do something different with my life. But they know if they take that money out prior to 59 and a half, they're going to be penalized. They don't know about keeping it in the plan. The other is the 59 and a half. That's key for us too, because a lot of people want to start putting the pieces of the puzzle together prior to retirement. If they're going to retire, you know, another 5, 6, 7 years, you can actually roll that money out of that plan. That's why it's called in service. It's a 59 and a half in service option that you can still be working. You can still contribute, but you can roll that money out tax-free, penalty-free, and start doing some planning with that. So those are the key triggering dates when it applies to our financial world. So if you have any questions comments on anything, feel free to write it in the chat.
Yes,
Nancy, anything to add to that?
Yes, we did have a question, and it was about, someone said, well, I give to charity all the time and I'm over 70, but I don't take it from my IRA because I just itemize. And if you can understand, I don't know, Cristina, if you want to answer it or if you'd like me to, it's up to you. All right, so have a glass of water. First of all, most of our clients, most individuals do not itemize anymore because we now have a standard deduction. So you can't itemize. If you're itemizing, that's wonderful. Yes, then you can just, you know, that's fine. You can give to charity from a non-IRA account. But the reason people take advantage when they're 70 and a half to go ahead and take it from the IRA, because you can't itemize. So that is not taxable. If you're giving $10,000 a year to charity or $1,000, you want to have the institution who has your IRA write the check directly to the charity. If you take a withdrawal and then you send it to charity and you are not itemizing, you're just taking the standard deduction, you're going to pay tax on that. So I hope that makes it clear that most people that don't itemize anymore, you're taking the standard deduction and you're giving to charity. Stop writing checks from your checking account. Have it, if you need that required minimum distribution or you need money from IRA, hey, let it go to charity and take the money that you need from your checking account or savings.
Mhm. Yep. So again, I just want to impress upon you that if you know of people that are still working and they hit those triggering dates, you know, make them aware of it, you know, because one thing about the IRS is they don't like and they don't allow very many redos. So once that money is out and you didn't follow those specific rules, no redos on that one. So
I just want to jump in here. I put a couple of things in the chat, and one of them is if we don't get a chance to get to your question, I put a link in there where you can click on that and you can schedule a complimentary 15-minute call with Cristina or Nancy to, you know, discuss anything that they discussed in the happy half hour, you know, further or specific to your situation. So feel free to take advantage of that. And I also want to let you know that our next happy half hour is going to be on Monday, December 6th, same time, 5:30. And Cristina and Nancy will be discussing the 4% rule, fact or fiction. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. And feel free to invite people to join us. I mean, these are kind of fun and interactive events. And for anybody that you invite, you get an extra drawing into the wine raffle as well.
Yeah.
So
I like to say,
questions.
thank you, Kel. Thank you so much, Kel. And I'd like to add one more thing is that someone asked, how much can you give to charity? You can give up to $100,000 a year from your IRA. So how good is that? Reduce your taxable income. Hey, by doing that, we have actually helped people lower their Part B premiums. That is awesome, right? You were taking money that you didn't need to take from your IRA instead of taking it from your savings account. You were writing a check from your savings account to the charity and paying taxes on your required minimum distribution. Don't do that anymore. If you're giving to charity, you're over 70.5. Let's talk.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. And
That's
just
great.
this is a side note too, with the required minimum distributions at 72, you know, it's not necessarily a good thing in many cases that required beginning date was bumped up. Some people think, oh, great, I can defer this money longer now. Well, oftentimes things are done for a reason. It's not always in our best interest, because remember, that money will eventually be taxed. So does it always make sense to continue to kick that tax can down the road a little bit longer? So these are some things that when we get close to those required beginning dates, do some strategizing to determine what's going to be in your best interest when it comes to distributing those monies. Yeah. So, well,
Do we have any
Cal, I
other
think we're about
questions?
time.
No, we don't have any other questions. Like Kelly said, if you want to chat with us or you have another question, just email. Come and email us.
Definitely.
Or you can, I put the link in the chat there, the 15-minute Calendly link, and you can schedule directly on Nancy and Christina's calendar for that call. No other questions, comments, anything before we do the wine drawing? Might end a little early today.
Oh, well,
Okay, so normally I have a really cute jar that I put things in and I shake it up, but I'm packing and to move out. So I don't have a jar today, but I have all the names right here.
okay. Well,
Hard to see, but I got them all right here. I'm gonna mix them up. And remember, when you invite somebody, you get an extra drawing. So this one jumped right out. So let's see who this week's winner is. Drum roll. Sharon K.
yay.
Probably can't see it.
All right.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Sharon.
Congratulations. And I'll just say this, obviously, we offer wine, but if that's not your deal and you'd like something else, you just let us know. If you're not an alcoholic beverage type of person, not a problem.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Anyway,
Okay.
Sharon, I'll be reaching out to you the next day or so to talk to you a little bit more about what you like to drink so we can get something picked out special just for you.
Wonderful. Well, you guys,
Right.
thank you for joining us on a holiday week. That's awesome. See
Yeah.
all of you.
And we hope you all have a wonderful, happy, healthy Thanksgiving, whether you're staying in town and enjoying the beautiful weather or whether you're going to visit family out of town. So you guys have a wonderful time. We hope to see you again on December 6th, if not sooner.
Happy Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Be safe.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Bye,
Thanksgiving to all
everybody.
of you. Bye-bye.